Did you go to Vietnam?
Yes, I've been to Vietnam. I was in Hanoi. I was in Ho Chi Minh City. I was in Da Nang. Did some traveling
Wow.
in Da Nang and then over to the old capital. Yeah, if you look on my Facebook, you'll see some pictures from there. Another thing.
How long have you been in Vietnam?
What's that?
How long?
What was that?
They asked how long.
How long was I in Vietnam? Oh, maybe for probably 1 or 2 weeks. Not very long, but definitely for a while. What are you doing?
Sorry.
I'll show you something. We if you see pictures, you'll see like different little, like I call them like little mascots and stuff that we pick up along the way. And then when my wife and I started traveling our first trip, we found a little mascot to take with us. And then I went to Amsterdam and found a little jersey for him. So I went to Abu Dhabi and they sewed the jersey onto the little stuff, the little kinder guy. But yeah, so I mean, I love to travel. It's incredible. I love traveling, and I think that's why, you know, for me the value of this is huge, because when I can talk to someone and say, you know, where are you from? And they say, oh, I'm from India, or I'm from Vietnam, or I'm from wherever. And I've been there. I've seen a few of the places, and they go, oh, no way. Like, yeah, you know, that's what I like to do. And this little guy.
How many went to Vietnam? Teacher?
It was many years ago that I was in Vietnam. I think it was probably maybe like 20. It would have been 20. It would have been 2013 or 2014. So it's been a while.
Sorry, teacher.
Yes.
I still can't imagine that how many how a group of people from 100 people or more when travel together, and so where will they stay when we're traveling together?
Well, that would be something that we would have to figure out as we went along and did this, because I know that different travel groups, when they're sending massive amounts of people to different places, they can actually kind of negotiate prices with hotels and stuff, because if you bring a big group, then the hotels will, you know, kind of negotiate prices and stuff. Now, I don't think, and I'm not saying that it can't happen, but I don't think that 100 people right away are all going to want to go to the same place. They might. I mean, I don't know. They might. I mean, you never know. And that's something that we would have to, you know, kind of talk about and figure out. And that's what's so nice about this, starting this now, is we can start talking about those things and post those things and ask those questions and start figuring it out, so that when, you know, the revenue does increase and we do have, you know, power to create value for everyone, we'll already have those questions answered. So that's a great question. You know, what if 200 people want to go? Are they going to all stay at the same place? Probably not. Some people, and this is the thing, some people might want to stay at a really nice hotel. Other people may not want to stay at a nice hotel, that as nice of a nice hotel, but not a 5-star, or, you know, whatever, because different people like doing different things. Some people may want to be right on a beach. Others might want to be in the mountains. And so it's always going to be people kind of interacting and talking and trying to figure out what they really want to do. So I actually really like that we're starting this now, because those are going to be the questions. That's a great question. You know, how are you gonna make it so that 100 people can go to one place? Well, that'll take some planning, I'm sure.
Thank you so much. That have you ever organized any group, massive group like this, like that before?
No, not at this size. No. You know, when I was teaching in Abu Dhabi, we had a lot of teachers over there from different countries, from different places, and a lot of times what we would do is basically say, look, I want to go to this and this place, and other people say, well, I want to go to this and this place. Okay, great. Let's all meet at this place, hang out for, you know, a couple days or whatever, and then everybody kind of moves on and goes to different areas. So, you know, smaller groups, yes, but 100 people, no. But you know what? Here's the thing. I don't think it's going to be very hard. You know why? Because if we go to the travel portal and we all are on a Zoom and we all click on it and we say, okay, this is the place that we want to go. Here are 5 or 6 hotels right near each other. Pick where you want to go. Pick the flight that you want to get on. When we get there, I'm pretty sure we all know how to use Zoom. So we'll get on a Zoom and we'll say, okay, you know, and maybe even before that, before we even get there, let's plan on doing this, and this together. The rest, you just do what you want to do. Because for me, traveling is about what you want to do. Now, is it nice to interact with people, go out, maybe have some drinks, sit on a beach, whatever? Yeah, that's what I like doing. But then there's also the touristy side of it. I want to go see some touristy things. And then there's I want to go and I want to live and be close to the real part of it, not the touristy part. That's something that I've always loved doing is, you know, a lot of times what I try to do is I try to meet people that are, you know, taxi drivers or, you know, something like that and say, okay, here's a couple things that I want to see, but I want you to show me your city, your wherever we're at. Show me what you want me to see. And you know, that to me is very exciting because then you get to experience a little bit more of the country. When I was in Vietnam, I got I got very lucky. Met some people that knew people that were local, so basically just hung out with local people the whole time. So it took me to some great restaurants, some places that I know I never would have gone to as just someone traveling. So a
Yeah,
tool, exactly. You know, that's what people do. They want to travel, and you know, that's what it is. That's what you want to do. You kind of do things to travel. We're talking about travel, and I think Lennox is already trying to pack his bags. Huh. He's packing up his diapers. He's ready to go. Any other questions?
So teacher,
Sorry.
I have questions. Want to ask you, what's your unforgettable experience when you travel?
Mm-hmm. Well, I would say that one of my unforgettable experiences was actually in Vietnam. Um, I don't I don't know the name. I can't remember the name. I would have to look at the pictures. But like I said, when I was hanging out with locals, I went to one of their houses, and on the wall was a picture of a Vietnamese general from the Vietnam War. And I really love the Vietnam War era. Like the you know, I've loved the history, the culture, the music and stuff. And obviously it's different from USA to Vietnam, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to go to Vietnam, is I wanted to go see it from the other side, to see the history and stuff from there. So I did a lot of tours and stuff of that. But I went to this house, and there was these pictures and there was awards and there was all kinds of stuff on the wall, and I thought it was just kind of like an homage to someone. So I took some pictures of it, and I asked the people there, I said, well, who is this, like what person in history? They said, oh, well, that's him, and they pointed to their grandfather. And I was like, what? This is crazy. So I sent a picture to my friend back home who's a huge history buff, and I said, look, who is this? And I don't know the name right now, but he said, well, that was Ho Chi Minh's right hand man in the war. and I was blown away. I actually met someone from Vietnam that was part of that era and part of that, you know, that time period, and it was really cool. Like, I was just blown away that I was in someone's house. You know, that to me is like living history. So that was really cool. That was a very kind of mind-changing experience, and that I really appreciated my time in Vietnam. Vietnam is one, you know, when people ask me about my top places that I have visited, Vietnam is like in my top 3 places in the world that I love, that I have visited, and I really like. I mean, it maybe top 4, top 5, somewhere around in there, but it's right at the very top, because you know, it was just a wonderful place, and the people are amazing, as you guys know, because you're from there. But it was really a wonderful trip. One other thing that was pretty awesome to me is when I was in Italy, I went to Rome, and we were able to go underneath the Colosseum. So most people go on the level where the gladiators came out, but then we were able to go down underneath. They had to unlock gates and stuff, and we went down underneath it, and we got to see like the drainage system. We got to see where they housed all the animals, where they housed the gladiators, where they put all these people. And that, you know, I'm a huge sports fan, and so to see this stadium that was built at that time period, it's unbelievable. It was just mind-boggling to me. And then within that same trip, going to the Sistine Chapel and seeing a painting done by one person, and how amazing that was, is just as amazing as going to the Colosseum. That was really cool. So those are two of my kind of top stories. I could talk to you about places I've been to. I could talk to you about every country I've been to and give you a story. I love talking about my traveling, so I could go on and on, but I don't want to just keep talking the whole time. I'm gonna look at the chat. Let's see. Any other questions? I think Erdi, you were gonna ask something.
Yeah. Thank you very much. As I understood, it is possible to create, for example, several travel groups. For example, one group, for example, Totaru, Atul, me, and Alexander wanted to go to Paris to agreement for data the same day to gather in this place.
Yeah.
And another group might be go to another city, to London, for example.
Yep.
And so it might be constantly, continually moving groups around the world, and actually it's impressive. But
Ernie, that's the beauty of this. I hate to interrupt you, but hey, hold on one second. I need you to be quiet, Levi, or you're gonna have to leave. What I think is so cool about WebTalk is you're exactly right, Ernie. There will be people that will be able to travel and to interact on WebTalk and create revenue wherever they're at. So even when they're on vacation, their money is going to be getting bigger and bigger in WebTalk. So they might say, you know what? I made enough money this month. I'm not going home.
Yes.
I'm going to the next spot. Hey, travel group, where are you going? Oh, we're all going to London. See you there.
That's true.
Think
Actually,
about that. Think about
this
that.
dream makes us happy.
Can you say hi?
Really?
Hi.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, well, come here.
You
No.
have beautiful t-shirt.
Thank you. All right, hold on a second.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's you know that's what I like about it, Ernie, is the idea is at some point what you just said will be happening for many people. You can travel, but then you can also be earning revenue while you're traveling. As teachers, we can teach English and do Zoom classes from anywhere in the world. So we can go to a place
Yeah,
and say, you know what, maybe I'm going to get an Airbnb and I'm going to stay here for a month. Well, it doesn't matter because I can get on, I can teach English, I can interact, I can do all this stuff, and I don't have to go home. That's what people can do. And especially single people, oh my goodness. If I would have had webtalk when I was younger, oh man, it would have been great.
yeah. Teacher Andy, your picture
Any
is
other
frozen.
question?
Teacher, I want to ask you something.
Yes.
Have you ever been to Iraq?
You know, I haven't been to Iraq. I had some teacher friends that did go, and they had a wonderful time in Iraq, and I wasn't able to go. You know, Iraq, Iran, right around in there. I didn't get to go to any of those countries, even though I was really pretty close. So so yeah, those are definitely on my list. Definitely some countries I want to go to.
Thank you. How many children do you have?
Okay, teacher.
That's mine. You see that?
Too many. They're too crazy.
I have one.
You have one, okay?
Yeah. Do you see?
Yeah, so I have two, and they are here. I'll show you my life right now. This is quarantine life right here.
Quarantine. Amazing.
So they're taking full advantage of me being on this right now because.
Teacher, what's your native language? What's your tongue mother language?
I was born in Colombia, but I was adopted at a very early age at once. I came to the States at about 2. So English is you know, the United States is where I grew up, but I was born in Colombia.
Okay. I'm so happy to see you, teacher.
Yes. Hey, this is something I want to do. I almost forgot to say it. I'm going to put a post on webtalk that'll say something about the IEG travel portal or travel group or something like that. I would really like for everybody, actually, I'm asking you to comment now, but I would really like you to comment and put your name, just say yes or anything like that. So I can click on your name, and I'm going to create on my page a group, like a group name. So then I'll click on you and connect you into that kind of group, so I can start kind of building this group and being able to interact with everybody. You know, send out like some spotlight posts to just this group. So yeah, I will make a post, and if everybody could just respond, you know, maybe even just respond hashtag travel your country your flag. Just do that in every post. You don't have to say much more. Then I can just click on your name and add you to a group that I'll start trying to put that together today.
Okay, I'll be happy if you do that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And then once, you know, we get that group or whatever, I mean, obviously Toto has this all taken care of, but I would like that too, so I could maybe send out, you know, some posts for Zoom meetings or whatever.
Teacher, I don't have skill about webtalk because 2 times I used it up.
You say you're wishing for the app?
I have no idea about this app because I've no much about it. This.
Yeah, well, there's not an app out yet. This is just a website right now. The app supposedly will come out in June. Let me see if I can get a little bit quieter. This is crazy. Um, Maybe babe, they're in the room. Just they're being ridiculous, but that's fine. The app will come out in June, and that's when we'll kind of know some more information about that. So right now it's just a site. If you want to learn more, there's Zooms all the time where people talk about like Q and A's. A lot of times I'll get on and just answer questions that people need to know about the app or about the site itself.
You are right. Teacher, I wanna tell you something for fun.
What's that?
I think me and you are the same. Because
Why is this?
I don't know have any time for studying English because my kid is a naughty kid.
Oh, they're just crazy. They we're stuck on home quarantine right now, so they don't get to hang out with all their little friends and stuff. So they get a little stir crazy in the house. So it's all good. Dastan, did you want to introduce right now? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, this is a new world for my husband as well. I just told him to come and to show up here. I just wanted to introduce him to the class. But he doesn't know English language, but he understands. He cannot speak in English. Yes, he
That's
is
okay.
my husband.
That's not a problem.
Yeah, he just told me. I told you that I don't need one more child. Just look at teacher Andy's life. How does it look like? Having lots of children will not let you to have a fun life. My husband thinks like that. I just kept telling him we need one more child. He told
He's
me no.
absolutely right.
One more child, our life is gonna change to the hell. You don't know how to manage your life, and everything will be changed.
It is crazy when you have the second one. They don't lie when they say that the second boy is always a little bit wilder. He definitely is, but it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, you're right.
Tell your husband that if he likes his sleep, then he probably shouldn't have another one.
Yeah, he loves sleep a lot. That's the fact about him. That is why he would like to have a comfortable area to sleep. Yeah. Even Maylee was trying to get her just by force. He doesn't love kids.
It is pretty wild having two little ones, but I think there's a time in life where kids are a blessing, and there's a time in life where people kind of are irritated that they had kids. And I think that myself, I got to do a lot of like I said, like a lot of traveling and things like that before we had kids. And now I just want to take the kids along and have them experience some of the things that I've been able to experience. So
Yeah.
it's
You're right.
it's
Teacher, and in my country, things are difficult. Managing and educating child is not that much easy. So
right.
if you think wisely, especially in my country, as you know, Iraq always have lots of problems, issues, some kind of
Mhm.
wars, and so many things. We have lots of financial crisis, so many things. It is not only about financial crisis. Even sometimes the schools has lots of problems. So for that reason, people got understand that getting lots of your child and giving them with lots of child will make you to face lots of problems.
1000 ونص صافي 2000 اخذت تسمع في ال
Yeah, that's on that. You're exactly right. I think that most countries have some sort of issue, some sort of thing that holds them back, that is tough to get through. Others, you know, some countries more than others, but you know, every place I've visited, I've never come away with something bad. You know, I've always been amazed at just how beautiful countries are, how amazing people are. The more you travel, the more you realize that everyone is really the same. Everybody has, I mean, this proves it right here. There's 80 to 100 people that are on this because they love traveling. They want to travel. They want to see with their own eyes a different place. And I think that really does show that, you know, the world, we can be influenced by many different things. We can be influenced by media. We can be influenced by, especially tourists. A lot of times tourists that come through are not the best people to represent the country that they came from. But when you go to a country and you start interacting with people that, you know, are natives to that country, all of a sudden you realize how amazing people really are. And I think that that's something that I really love, is that, you know, when you start interacting with people and talking to people, you really realize that most people really do feel basically the same about life.
You know, I do really love that idea about traveling, as I listened before previously to your speech and the others. So as I understood that sometimes we can you know, get in love or love the other cultures and nations even rather than our nation. So sometimes you feel comfortable with the people who are living abroad rather than the people surrounded you by, you know, that is beautiful idea about me.
That is so, that's such a true statement. You know, I can be very honest. When I went to Abu Dhabi, I went as USA. That's how I walked into Abu Dhabi. When I left Abu Dhabi, I was like, more like, maybe you guys should start talking to other people in other countries. Maybe you should start opening your mind, because it's a little much. And you know, I think that's just the beauty of traveling and interacting with other people, is you do learn. You know, I truly believe that the best education is to travel. And you know, if I can make a statement about the Vietnamese people, but I've never been there, who am I? How can I do that? But when I go there and I talk to people and I interact with people and I you know, do things with people, then I can say, hey, you know, they're very nice people, or not very nice people, or whatever. But I can't say that unless I've been there. I can't say that unless I've interacted.
You know,
So
even we haven't been there. Personally, I haven't been to Vietnam. But even if I just try to imagine, if I go there and I travel to their country, I don't know what is going to happen. I'm far away, loving them a lot.
This is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. You're gonna come out of the airport. There's gonna be 1,000,000 people on little mopeds, and they're gonna all be driving around all crazy. And then they're gonna take you and you're gonna sit down, you're gonna have a beer. Or you don't drink, so they're gonna have a beer, and you're gonna have you know, like a soda. You're gonna have a soda. You're gonna have a soda. You're gonna eat amazing food. You're gonna talk. You're gonna see beautiful beaches. You're gonna see beautiful countryside. I don't know if you do karaoke. Toto? Yeah, see Toto's smiling. Oh, karaoke. Every day karaoke. I love it. And so
kind of what? Can you explain it? I don't know. I have never ever heard
karaoke is when they play, like when you go to a place and they play a song and you can read it and sing. You sing the song.
Oh my God, I love singing. Yes, even I
Oh,
sing.
then you will love it. Every night you'll go to a new place and sing songs and have a blast. Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yes, it is
But
amazing.
but see that's the thing is when you say like I love these people from afar. I love someone from afar. When you get there, it's even better.
Yeah,
It's even
I
better.
can imagine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it is
People
not
just on
only
you can have a
about imagination.
coconut smoothie.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, sorry, I took your time a lot.
No
So
problem. No
chance
problem.
to the others to talk.
Teacher, I
Yeah.
wanna ask Dastan a question.
Okay.
Where she learn this English? Who taught this English?
Sorry, I
Destan,
didn't get you.
Destan,
Okay.
where did you learn English?
Actually, it has been 7 years I'm practicing this language. So I'm an English teacher. I studied English for 4 years in the university. And I don't know, from the time when I started to learn, I started to talk to myself. I learned from everywhere, not only in the university.
Let me ask you this, Destan. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
What
I get it.
would have Web Talk done for you if you were just starting to learn English? Do you think you would have learned English faster through Web Talk or the way that you did it?
Actually, I want to be frank. I keep it 100 that if I started to learn English on WebTalk, I could have more opportunities to learn because, you know, I have tried many different ways to learn because at that time when I started to learn English, we didn't have that much opportunity. Even I didn't have network at that time. So I did my best to find a suitable place or a suitable source for learning English. So if I started learning English from WebTalk, I had lots of opportunities to learn because there are lots of brilliant teachers. You can find them here, even if I don't talk. Just let me give you one example. Even I don't talk, if I just keep listening to you and the others, I can learn through listening. I can learn and I can imitate your words properly. So that is the main reason for us. I'm not gonna pay money, same time listen to your words, teacher Tims, teacher Toro, Alexandra, the other people around me inside this class. I'm gonna have lots of opportunities to learn.
Awesome. Yeah, and that's kind of what I want people to hear is I feel like this platform is going to help so many people. And it's so exciting to see how many people just are on this just to sit and talk and listen. Most people haven't said anything, and that's fine. There'll be plenty of times to talk, and
You
I
know,
think that's
teacher,
great.
if you still remember, I told you before 7 months ago, I created a page on Facebook. I have never ever felt that much comfortable when I started to teach in web talk. So I deleted my page. It told me that after 40 days, it's gonna be deleted. So I'm just curious about that day when my page is gonna vanish on this earth. You know, that will be the happiest moment for my life. Even I told my husband, I'm gonna, if the situation is gonna change, I'm gonna purchase the 5 level because I wanna stay there. He told me that's okay because you didn't feel comfortable rather than you feel right now. Those people.
Yep. Yep. I truly feel like the $200 is an no matter how you look at it, the investment that it's going to give you is massive, massive. if you don't have $200, even just being on WebTalk for free is going to be incredible. But I do look at it as a massive investment into you, for your children, to be able to do things that we're talking about now, saying, look, there's a possibility. And once again, guys, I've always said this, I will always say it. If WebTalk does what it's supposed to do, then we have an amazing opportunity. If WebTalk doesn't do what it says it's going to do, it's still an amazing opportunity to connect with people and grow and build a community worldwide. And that to me is very valuable as well. So, you know, I always say it, and I want people to understand this, is that everything that RJ has said, he's done. Everything that he says in his updates, you can look back at his updates, you can look back at his lives, you can look back at anything, and he says things and he follows up on them and he does it. So I don't see it not doing what it's supposed to do. But even if it doesn't, we've connected with so many people, and that's just so valuable too. So there's just so much value within this. I will not be on the second or the third one. I'm about ready to get out now. Ashley's been with the boys long enough, so she's got to get on and do schoolwork, and I got to get on and do schoolwork too. So, but I am looking forward to another Zoom where we can talk about travel and places, and we can learn about each other's culture, because to me that's one of the main things that I want to do. Is I do want to learn about people's culture. I do want to learn more about people's countries, because when you learn about it and then you go, it just makes the experience even more exciting and valuable. So, guys, I don't know how much longer this is going to be, but I'm going to have to leave for now. But I really thank you guys for coming and talking and spending some time. This is awesome, and look for a post to respond to, so I can start building a group. Toto's obviously going to build a group too, because that's what Toto does. She's amazing. And so what I would really like for you guys to do is go to Teacher Toto's profile, write what you learned today, anything that you want, express your appreciation for her putting this together, and getting you guys to develop this group and develop this amazing platform. Go tell her on her profile, tell her thank you for this, and thank you for getting this group together, because I'm very excited about this group and what we can do. All right, guys.
Thank you, teacher, so much, and
Yes.
see you again.
Okay.
See you, teacher.
Thank
All right.
you.
Bye.
Thank you
Bye,
very
guys.
much.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Teacher
And we have only
Toto.
a little second, so let's say goodbye for everyone, and then we can end this.
Yep.
Confused?
Look for posts for the next one.
Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Bye.
teacher.
See you.
Everyone, bye, teachers.
Bye.